नमस्कार, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बजरंगबली, and my humble regards to the Colossus, Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab, and in the panel you will see Srijukta Sahadev Sahu, a very, very learned man who never stood second in his entire career. And my elder brother, Professor Sujjanarayan Mishra, and my friend, Dr. Prakash Chandra Sadangi, and Vijay Babu, who is coordinating, Vijay Jaina, Vikram Jaina, because I saw him now only, and all my friends who have come from different parts of the country to participate in this media conclave, and friends in the audience. We are asked to discuss about Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab's life, work and contribution. His life was a dedicated life all through. He lived for about 86 years and 1 or 2 months. And his entire life was dedicated to the cause of the people. And his contribution is, I should say, it encompassed the entire range of human activity. Politics, economics, culture, education, literature, even the upliftment of children. So from industry to agriculture, everywhere he had his mark. And you must know that he belonged to two different times. When India was not independent and when India became independent. Since he was born in 1899, just towards the last part, November, and India got independence in 1947, and he died in 1987. So 47 years of dependent India, subjugated India, and 40 years of independent India. You should know that when India got independence in 1947, this independence came to the provinces. There were 11 provinces, 3 Chief Commissioners provinces, and 1 British Baluchistan. And there were about, but it is exactly 565 princely states. Independence did not come to them. Still those areas, because Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab was not only a leader of the provinces, he was also a leader of the princely states. And you will be astonished to know the greater India which was created because of the efforts of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Actually, this initiation, my friends who have come from outside Odisha, they must know that the unity of India started from Odisha itself and under the leadership of Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab. We got independence in 1947, August 15 to be exact, and 565 princely states were outside. They were free either to enter into the Indian dominion or to the Pakistan dominion. Accession was not possible. British wanted to balkanize the entire India. But it is Harekrushna Mahtab who started this park. Nilagiri, a very small state out of the 26 Gajats of Odisha, which merged into the Indian Union on November 14th, 1947. And then onwards, the process of integration started And we hear about Dr. Vallabhbhai Patel's efforts to unite India through the help of V.P. Menon, his assistant, so to say. Because he was also, if you read that book, Integration of Indian States, you will find the entire story. And as my predecessor was speaking about the beginning of the end book, that also narrates under what circumstances the integration was possible. Now coming to Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab, I must say, because there are very young people, many young people here, and there is a very happy incident here, because we all four, I think you Vikram is from history. Sahadev Sahuji was first class first in political science in his post-graduation. My friend Prakash is a fantastic teacher in political science. He is moving throughout the world talking about political science and different aspects of political science. And Professor Sujendra Mishra is also a student of political science, a professor of political science, who is a fantastic teacher also. I am very happy to share this dais with them. And I must say that from among all the leaders in Odisha, it is Harekrushna Mahtab who was a self-oriented, evolved leader. Because by 1917, he passed matriculation in 1917 with first class, came to Ravenshaw College, had history and economics. Also in 1917, he married, just a 17-year boy. And while he was in Ravenshaw College, Navakrishna Chaudhary, one of our very respected chief ministers of Odisha, he was his college mate. And at that time, he started a handwritten magazine, Malayo, that is in Odia, and another magazine, Dustbin, in English. These two things came out in 1917. Why I am telling this? It is because it is a media conclave. To my mind, if you look at his contribution, he not only contributed for the development of different political aspects, not only worked for the entire country through amalgamation of all states, princely states, but also he created a new Odisha. He was a media man. He wrote 38 books, came out with 10 journals and newspapers combined, and some are also still running. I must say, Dr. Mahtab had a school of Dr. Mahtab. You can have a discussion on the school of Dr. Mahtab, because he started a newspaper, a weekly it began in 1923, Prajatantra, became a daily in 1930, and it was banned later on, and 1947, again before independence, he started this daily Prajatantra. And astonishingly, his assistant in this process was Biju Patnaik, who became a chief minister later on. His editor was Janaki Vallabh Patnaik, who became a chief minister later on. His newspaper hawker was Viren Mitra, who became a chief minister later on. So from this you can imagine the kind of impact this man had. And Srijukta Sahadev Sahu is here, who knows him from the childhood age, because he had a very good connection with him. And now also you heard about his connection with Professor Mishra. You will be astonished to know this man was not only with media. He published literary magazines. He brought in newspapers in Odia, in English Eastern Times, as he was giving the example. But at the same time, if you look at this political graph, he started his career as a chairman of the district board way back in 1921. he was also, as my friend Prakash Sadangi told you, he was chosen by Subhash Chandra Bose to the Congress Working Committee. He was the first man. He was an MLA, he was an MP, he was a central minister, he was a prime minister of the province before independence, he was the first chief minister of Odisha, and he was also the governor. He was a governor of undivided Bombay. His political life, you touch any point. I was talking about Gujarat movement, Prajamandal movement. Many people do not know about that. And he became also a very prominent member of the State Inquiry Committee. Whatever was going on inside the princely states, people were tortured, they were not getting any kind of freedom. It is already time? Sir, only 5 minutes. Sir, only 5 minutes. So my point is, he was a self-created leader. He was a leader of the masses. And he, as he told you that in 1974, that was the last election, but in 1975 there was emergency and he was hauled up. And he remained in the prison for 18 months. And after 1977, he started a column in his newspaper. Daily he was writing in Prajatantra Gam Majlis. There are 8 volumes. And it continued for a long time, in which he reflected the problems of the people. My last thing is, which everybody should know, he was not only a political leader, not only a social leader, not a visionary, not only a visionary, because he had done all these things from Nandan Kanan to the State Museum to all the academies to Hirakud Bandh, everything, even this All India Radio, this Rice Research Institute. But the greatest contribution is, which no other political leader in this entire country has done. He started creating children from down below. He created Mina Mandali in 1952. There were 710 centers throughout Odisha. And each Mina Mandali in every school, they had a prime minister, they had a cultural minister, they had a health minister. This Pratibha Rai, in 1955, she was the cultural minister of Balikuda High School. So my point is, this is the only leader who not only evolved himself, who not only talked about the entire country, who not only created this new Odisha, but also created a host of people, a battery of people who later on became political leaders, social leaders, administrators. I must say, Srijukta Sahadev Sahu is also partly a creation of Dr. Harekrushna Mahtab. So such a person, whose life was totally a story of dedication, and who, in his contribution, voluminous contribution, contributed to all aspects of life, and his work is, I must say, it will go on because the institutions he has created are still there everywhere, and he adopted a son in the form of Bhartrihari Mahtab, who is continuously an MP for 7 terms. It is not only a contribution of that man who contributed to the arena of politics, contributed to the arena of literature, and also for the development of Odisha. Thank you.